Hello, dear Leo. I will tell you today's horoscope for October 8th, 2024. A message of love, hope, and fortune awaits you. I know that heaven's blessings come for you. And the message for you on this day is the following. Hello, dear Leo. I'll tell you today's horoscope. In professional matters, don't let yourself be persuaded to act against your will. Power, Leo. Try to control your money right now. It's not a good idea to spend too much. You tend to loosen your tongue and start promising what you cannot fulfill, which would bring you complications. Be prudent, because people do not change from one day to the next, and what you now find pleasant, due to circumstances, when you calm down you will not see it that way. Today you feel your inner motor that is clearly indicating to you that very soon you will have what you have been waiting for a long time. Your horoscope tells us that it will lead you to reflect on the true value that the different social spheres in which your life unfolds bring to your life and, if necessary, cut off that which is not really productive. In love, your ruler, the Sun, is at 60 degrees of Jupiter in the aspect known as sextile, very favorable. If your relationship is going well, don't change anything, but rather look deeper into the current situation and you will see how everything works perfectly. What has happened to you is that you have anticipated events and, instead of waiting, you have rushed. Only fatigue remains. Leo, you must be aware of your own expectations, since expecting more than what you can actually get will generate frustrations that will lead to depression, and this will prevent you from enjoying the good time that Jupiter is giving you right now. You are more demanding on the emotional level due to the influence of this moon in House 5. Don't ask for more than what they can give you. Regarding health, there are certain ailments that demand immediate action, others must wait, so the most prudent thing is to intelligently combine your natural treatments with traditional medicines and not neglect either of the two. These days your health will remain stable. This is a sign of your effort to maintain a balanced diet. But try to find time for relaxation and to practice some sport. All of this will do your body good to prevent possible problems in your back and also in your joints. You must take care of your throat and lungs, since you are exposed to being affected by respiratory problems that limit your ability to communicate. So be careful of temperature changes and do not raise your voice too much. At work, do not lose sight of Pluto's square with your ruler, the Sun, a conflictive aspect of 90 degrees. There are conflictive and angry people at work who drive you crazy. This is not the time to argue with them or with an intolerant person. Ignore them and continue doing things your way. You will come out much better that way. Money and fortune, you must be alert to the opportunities offered by the transformations that occur around you. Times of crisis generate opportunities that can be taken advantage of by those who are alert and tactically prepared. Prosperity and fortune are waiting for you in a social activity in which you will have the opportunity to meet someone who will be a key factor in a future investment. But don't go away with an insistent attitude, harassing him all the time. He could get scared and turn his money away from you. Astral biorhythm for today. Sexual energy level, intermediate. Cosmic dynamics, the enthusiastic touch that surrounds you with the action of the moon in the fire element. Dangerous tendency, assigning yourself responsibilities that don't concern you. What you should avoid, interfering in other people's affairs. Phrase of the day, those who know how to cook and do it well will never be without company. Today things will go very well if your partner is of the air element. The most tense relationship, avoid confrontations with Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. Your current compatibility, best with air and fire, although there is also good energy with Cancer. If you are single, your good disposition will help you connect with those who have similar interests to yours and will be very pleasant company. Many people are attracted to your talkativeness and beauty, which will lift your spirits. Take advantage of the moment, but be sincere in your intentions and honest with yourself, because the right person to start a stable relationship with is nearby and has set their sights on you. Special lucky number, 51. Your lucky color, white. The general universal number for all signs, it is 6. In numerology, the results are reduced to 1 digit. Now I will tell you your auspicious hours. They are given according to the standard time of Eastern Europe, and you must adapt them to your national time: 6:35 a.m., 10:50 a.m., 5:15 p.m., and 8:20 p.m. Lucky numbers and chance for Leo: 9, 11, 26, and 35. Some issue or problem that you already thought was overcome may resurface, but you will know how to face it without difficulty. If you have to do something important, with the good aspects that you receive from Jupiter, this is a good time. You have matters to resolve and for which you have not given time. Go back a little and finish those things that you left for later. It is never good to leave things incomplete. Everything has a cycle to fulfill, and you must complete the circle. Leo, subscribe and activate the notifications so you do not miss any video. Today it is important to allow your partner to have more freedom. Sometimes you can take on a controlling attitude when it comes to her actions and words, which can make her feel trapped. Even though she may exaggerate, you need to give her the freedom she seeks and be less repressive. Take advantage of this day to face situations where you have failed in the past and come out of them successfully. This will help you grow as a worker and increase your productivity. Show that you have learned from your mistakes and do not avoid the problems that have defeated you before. You cannot change people or the world, but you can change yourself. Do not let those who do not share your desire for growth hold you back. If your friends, family, or partner are not on the same page, follow your path of development alone. Your example can make them understand the importance of your choice. My dear friends, if you like our predictions, help us make them even better by becoming a sponsor of the channel. All you have to do is click the thank you button, and with your help we will continue to grow. Personal life. Although we long for a stable life, we get bored when everything is plain sailing. We need drama. Adrenaline takes us out of monotony, disturbs our balance, and reminds us of the value and joy of being alive. Despite all that, you've had more than your fair share of drama lately. It wouldn't hurt to have a little time to keep your hands on your hands. The legacy of your ruler's link with Jupiter brings you a decision today. You can choose the most sensible path or the craziest one. Don't feel obliged to opt for the latter. Take your time to decide. Your ruler, the Sun, is at 60 degrees from Jupiter in the very favorable feast aspect. If things are going well in your relationship, don't change anything, but rather delve into the current situation and you'll see how everything works out perfectly. What has happened to you is that you have been ahead of events, and instead of waiting, you rushed. You wanted to eat the fruits that hadn't ripened. Take everything as an experience, not as a failure. Don't worry about things you assume. It's important that you live each day peacefully and don't get caught up in confusing situations caused by people burdened with personal problems that come between you and your partner. You've been unable to forget your ex-partner for a long time. It may be that this situation is greatly affecting your current relationship. Forget that love now. Look ahead and realize what a great person you have at your side. Value him or her, and above all, be very happy with him or her. There are certain ailments that demand immediate action, others must wait. Therefore, the most prudent thing to do is to intelligently combine your natural treatments with traditional medicines and not neglect either of them. These days, your health will remain stable. This is a sign of your effort to maintain a balanced diet. But try to find time for relaxation and to practice some sport. All of this will do your body good to prevent possible problems in your back and joints. Keep an eye on Pluto's square to your ruler, the Sun, a conflicting 90-degree aspect. Today, there are conflictive and angry people at work who drive you crazy. This is not the time to argue with them or with an intolerant person. Ignore them and continue doing things your way. You will come out much better that way. You may receive a job offer or opposition that seems to produce a lot of money, but it is not stable and does not have the current benefits of yours. Even if it seems that you will earn more, if you do your calculations correctly, you would be losing, and then you would realize the mistake you made. Prosperity and fortune are waiting for you in a social activity in which you will have the opportunity to meet someone who will be a key factor in a future investment. But do not push him away with an insistent attitude, harassing him all the time. He could get scared and turn his money away from you. The cosmic energies present in your horoscope bring you closer to the desired economic development. Despite not seeing immediate results, a little patience, the results are closer than you think. Calm down, because the money will arrive very soon. You can finally take a break. Don't worry, the payment of a debt they have with you may arrive, or a raise that you asked for some time ago. Don't worry about money right now, you will get ahead without much effort. Remember that it is very important to prioritize expenses, pay debts, and give yourself luxuries when it is prudent. Whatever your sentimental situation, it will revolve around that wonderful force called love, which when it comes into anyone's life changes everything, for better or worse. If you are now single, it is a good time to start getting to know a new person and immerse yourself in a facet that you have quite forgotten. If you are now in a relationship, you may have communication problems on a daily basis. Your boyfriend does not pay attention to what you try to tell him, but most likely you are not expressing yourself well. Tell him today simply what you think, without so much embellishment, and you will see how his attitude changes. And if you are one of the Leos who has a suitor and you are not interested, do not delay in telling him the truth or you will cause him a lot of harm. Gemini and Leo compatibility of signs in love, friendship, and work. Is your sign compatible with that of your partner? Do you want to set up a business, and would you like to know the compatibility with your partner? Is your sign compatible with that of your friends? The compatibility of Gemini and Leo is based on good communication between air and fire, elements to which these signs belong respectively. Gemini and Leo belong to a small group of signs belonging to these elements that have a particular and greater attraction for being opposite, but above all complementary. All this gives them a high degree of understanding and even mutual admiration, which will lead to a good end to many of the associations of these two signs in different areas. They are attracted by the proverbial expressiveness of both, and fun is usually an important link between them. Gemini and Leo in love. This combination of the signs Gemini and Leo usually gives totally explosive relationships, full of love at first sight, passionate moments, memorable experiences, and endless passion. Romantic relationships between Gemini and Leo have a great chance of prospering, although it may not become a lifelong relationship. It depends on the willingness of both signs to give a little. When their union settles, Gemini is a less passionate sign than Leo, but Leo easily infects them with his way of expressing love. Leos, on the other hand, are not too inclined to commitment. They give themselves completely while having a good time, but they like to maintain their freedom if things don't work out or simply go downhill. The advantage is that they also love being with optimistic and fun-loving people, and in this Gemini can't beat anyone. Mastering Leo's tendencies to freedom will become a lifelong challenge for Gemini. They will also have to make concessions because of the dominant character of both, but there is nothing that love cannot soften. What is guaranteed in this relationship are unforgettable experiences and passionate moments that both will enjoy while it lasts, remembering that if they want and given a little, it can last forever. Conclusion: Gemini and Leo in love, passion will preside over their love relationships, also full of a lot of fun. Fear is one of the most powerful and limiting emotions that we experience. This week, the universe reminds you that fear always paralyzes us and prevents us from taking those great leaps that can change our lives. It is important that you recognize that within you there is enormous courage and capacity to overcome any obstacle. However, you do not always need to show others what you are capable of. It is enough that you know it yourself, Leo. Don't always feel the need to show your strength to others. There is much more depth to your being than just your ability to work or solve problems. Now is the time to start discovering it and connecting with the most meaningful parts of your life. This is a good time to make firm, unwavering decisions. It is important that you learn to respect what you decide. If you constantly contradict yourself or change your mind under pressure from others, then people will not take you seriously. Reflect on what you really want and make sure you stick to your decisions. Also, it is a good time to consider taking a trip. This could be for pleasure or even to live somewhere else in the world. Expanding your horizons is key to your personal growth, and this trip could be what you need to learn valuable lessons that you have not yet understood. Leo, do not stay in one place forever, as limiting yourself geographically also limits your emotional and spiritual development. The past no longer has power over you, Leo. It is time to let it go. If you are stuck in memories of a love that is no longer in your life, it is important to recognize that that stage is over and done with. There is no point in holding on to what can no longer return or bring anything positive to your life. Instead of dreaming of impossible loves, start looking around you. There is a wonderful person near you who is interested in getting to know you and offering you something authentic. But you will not be able to see this opportunity if you keep looking back. This week will be a great opportunity to explore and meet new people. Don't rush into making decisions. Let things flow before you decide where you want to stay and start building a serious relationship. If you are dating someone, but you don't feel completely fulfilled, don't be afraid to be honest and tell them the truth. Breaking up with someone is never easy, but if you feel that they are not the right person for you, it is better to act honestly now than to prolong a relationship that does not satisfy you. Remember that you can meet someone else who is truly compatible with you and with whom you will want to share your life. If you are already in a stable relationship, this is a week to deepen and strengthen the bonds you already have. Don't be tempted to look outside your relationship for what you already have at home. Believe in love and be true to your heart. If you have had a bad time in love in the past, that is not an excuse to stop feeling. Dare to trust and open your heart again, because genuine and lasting love is within your reach. Family love will also be an important pillar for you this week. If you feel hurt or emotionally exhausted, do not hesitate to seek the support of your loved ones. You do not need to be alone in difficult times. Family will be there to welcome you with open arms and offer you the love and warmth you need to heal. In the workplace, your ability to solve problems will be your greatest strength this week. If you are able to find quick and effective answers, you will have a productive and successful week. In addition, your intuition for finances will lead you down the right path. You know where the opportunities are and you should not be afraid to go after them. Trust your instincts and your ability to make smart decisions that will benefit you in the long run. Remember to take care of your body, too, Leo. You've been neglecting your fitness, and it's time to get back to exercising. It's never too late to get back into healthy habits. If you're feeling tense or in pain, especially in your neck, apply some mint lotion and make circular motions for a few minutes to ease the discomfort. As for your emotional well-being, it's important to focus on living in the present this week. Sometimes fantasies and dreams of the impossible can take us away from the reality we're living. It's wonderful to have lofty goals and dreams, but don't forget that it's equally important to keep your feet on the ground and actively work to make those dreams a reality. Don't just stay in your imagination. Take action to make your wishes come true. A good Leo always feels like the king of everything, but he doesn't feel superior to others. He knows that his subjects are people who are worth it and who contribute with many talents that he himself doesn't have. Therefore, don't act arrogantly in the world you're in. Today is a day of humility. Leo may be doubting his own feelings a little, and that won't help him see what's necessary for today in romance, so don't worry so much, Leo. You can achieve something better. Just keep in mind the things that will help you do that right now. Don't forget that. Work has great challenges for you today, Leo. Don't run away from them because you know that you can achieve much more just by being able to decide much more for yourself. If you have to pay a little more attention to someone in your family or group of friends who is not well, you should do everything possible to see them and help them in any way. If you have an obligation to fulfill today, you just have to get in shape and start doing it. Remember that nothing can go well if we don't put effort into it. Today, the energy points towards intimate relationships with your partner. Jupiter, the ruler of your 5th house of love, is in your 7th house of partnership, which is an excellent sign of connection between social and loving relationships. You have to take advantage of this transit while it lasts. Your ruler is in your 2nd house, so the proper use of your money is an important issue to discuss today. The Sun continues to advance through the sign of Libra and is about to connect with Mercury, the ruler of this same house. So there may be issues in the way you manage your money that require your attention. Your finances need to be taken care of. Pay attention to your spending during this period as it is easy to overspend. Jupiter is the ruler of this house and is currently in your 7th house of partnership, and this is a very good position for you as it connects the owner of love in your chart with the relationship. And this was the horoscope of the day for you. Consider subscribing if you liked it. I hope this reading has helped and brightened your day. Blessings.